Alright, back again, Luke here. And today, as you can see in front of you, we've got out this arcade PCB made by Capcom, and I figured we could put in this game here. Difficult to see, but this is Last Duel, made by Capcom. So, let's pop this on and play some of that. You'll notice the monitor here is in the Tate form. That's because this is a vertical shooter here. And it's going to be a little tricky to set this up, but I'll go ahead and pop the old power on here. And this beginning is actually normal, should be like that. This is another one of those boards that I recently got repaired up and running 2 days ago. And luckily, with a couple of these other boards that you've seen so far, I've made videos on. This was just one of the other ones that had been sitting in a pile for about a year and a half. And it's a dual layer board, which are really difficult to mess around with, so I left it for a while, but came back to it after the success of the other ones and was able to get this thing running. So you can see it's a board that's not very common. Not a lot of people know about it, especially myself, before picking it up and getting it back up and running again. But quite unique here. So I figured we'll go ahead and pop in some credits and check some of that. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the sound all right or not. I don't know how loud this is cranked up here. But we'll go ahead and pop in a credit. And one thing you'll notice here with the credits that I found kind of interesting is that it sounds very similar to Carrier Air Wing or Area 88, I think made by Capcom. So this is much earlier than that, 1988 here for this one, but does have that same kind of sound at the beginning. So go ahead and hit the old start here. We're going to put this on rapid fire just so you don't hear all this button mashing going on. But this is one of those games that has been compared to Spy Hunter in a way. You can slow the ship down here to basically a crawl, or you can speed it up. It's like a Spy Hunter mixed with a shooter. And there are a couple buttons here. You have your shot and your jump. The jump is used for going over spaces in the ground. There are some stages where the spaces are quite large and you actually have to jump over it. But the cool thing about this game is that you go from like a driving stage to a flying stage. The music isn't all that great. For the most part, it's nothing really super memorable, but it's not horrible either. But this is one of those games that I think almost anyone can get into, whether you're a shooter fan or not. It's not extremely difficult at all. In fact, I would say it's probably more on the easy side than anything. And what's really cool about it is that it has a bit of a, uniqueness to it, where you can control the speed at which you want to go, as well as the other stages here. There's only 6 stages in the game, and yeah, it's really neat. Once again, it's not one of those games that a lot of people have heard about, and it can be played. You can find it in MAME, which is where I found the ROMs to check while I was repairing this. This board had a lot of problems with it, from RAM to broken EPROMs. Coming up on our first boss here. Whoa, it's hard to see shots. Got 3 heads here. But yeah, trying to see where everything goes. This guy can shoot out a laser sometimes if you don't beat him right away. But it is really kind of cool, a little bit quirky. But I was lucky enough with the other 2 boards, or the other 3 boards I think recently, that I just decided to give this one a shot. This stage is one where you can't really control the speed. It's only the driving stages where you can really do that. And there are a couple places where you really have to jump in the game. But yeah, since getting this thing running, I figured we could go ahead and, you know, do some more gameplay videos. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Probably say that a lot in my videos, but really, you know, it's trying to think about the positive things going on. Stay strong and stay, you know, mentally able to, you know, just kind of get through these times, and then hopefully next year will be a bit better. You know, 2020 hasn't been that great, but I suppose we can hope for the best for next year. The stage has some pretty interesting music. Yeah, this is where it starts to ramp things up just a little bit. Nothing too hectic or crazy, but definitely the power-ups are where everything is at. All about the power-ups. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos here. Nothing super crazy or wild or anything like that. I think that was a free guy. But just something to pass the time here. Hopefully provide a little bit of entertainment. But this is definitely one of those games where I think you could just kind of take it easy, enjoy it while you go along. It's on a really kind of easy to see course here. There are a couple stages like the last one which get a little bit like, what? Come on, that's a little cheap. But other than that, it's for the most part just pretty easy going here. I would almost dare to say that if you keep the fire button held on, you'd be all set. But this guy can be pretty hard. Just because he keeps throwing stuff out, there's no real way to kill him off. At least I haven't found a way to. You just gotta dodge him and get around him as he keeps shooting at you. And he will continuously keep shooting at you until the screen moves forward. So, ah! Ah! Not fast enough. I forgot I don't have my speed upgrades anymore. So this is coming up on our next boss here. A couple of things we got to go through first, like these guys. Here's our boss. Oh, okay, never mind. Normally the boss will kind of pop out there, and if he hatches from that egg, then he'll start like flying around and killing you. Now we're back to our car stage. But the game really is neat. I'm surprised it just doesn't have more recognition. I think this would be really fun to play in the arcades. Oh, I'm gonna have to stop dying here. Some of this music is just so funny, you know. Ah! Alright. Let's start one more. But at the end too, the end screen, it kind of plays like this full, almost like a solo at the end. It doesn't really give you a counter as far as a timeout, like how much time you have left. This is one where you get to do some of the jumping here. It just kind of does this solo, and then you finally are done. Here we go. There we go. Nice. Gotta watch out. These bullets keep flying from behind here. You gotta watch the timing of these jumps as well. You time it wrong, you just go into the ground. And if you're going too slow, you'll also die. So you gotta make sure that you're going pretty quick. That's one of the big ones there. Here's our boss, which can be defeated quite easily. It's a little bit trying to go too quick there. There we go. Thought we could get him with just that first one there, but nonetheless, I suppose if you guys have stuck on this long, then fantastic. But just want to share with you guys a little bit of a look at what Last Duel looks like here for the arcade. And it's an interesting game. It's quite quirky. Got a little bit of Transformer action going on. Help me! But if you guys do have a chance to give it a shot in MAME, really, you know, interesting, unique little game here. So I'm sure you guys will probably enjoy it. You gotta watch out for these guys behind you. They keep following you. Ah! There's no way to kind of circle around there. These spiders are horrible too. Pretty catchy though. They're probably thinking like, Luke's going crazy. But yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. Watching some shooting action, which I probably said already. It's amazing. You get kind of focused on the game here and forget what you're talking about. You really gotta get these guys quick, or else they come after you with those bubbles. So much better to have these 4 come after you than it is the bubbles. No bubbles! No! I think we should stop the video here pretty soon. Some groovy music here. These guys can attach to your ship, and you have to just kind of like shake them off. See if we can let one of them do it without me. See? Get off. I think you have to hit your B button, or button 2, to shake them off. This part can be tricky, because you got all these guys that are just kind of exploding in front of you. I think coming up here, yeah, these are the ones that are just like, ah! Whew! Just gotta slide by those guys. There are gonna be some more coming up here pretty soon. And you guys have already seen the destruction these ones can cause here. Just creeping up from behind. Stay away! No! Get burned by the flames. Oh, there we go. Alright, coming up on our next boss here. This guy comes out of his shell here. Ah, spider! Okay. I think we'll stop it there. And that's how you do, that's the end there for the game over. It's kind of got that huge long solo, so you're like, how long is that? You know, when do I have to put in a coin? But but it is a really, you know, neat game. I think it's pretty cool. But if you guys stuck on this long, then fantastic. And yeah, hopefully you got a little bit of enjoyment out of this, and give it a shot for yourself if you get the chance. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again here soon.